What's up, duelists? I want to do a little bit of market watch today, talk about some of the big shifts that are happening in the Edison paper market before we get into today's deck and today's video. I did want to do a separate market watch video on its own, but I don't think I'm fully qualified to speak on the subject on my own, so I've asked a few other people from a few different stores if they would like to maybe jump on the call with me and talk about what's actually happening in their vendors and stuff. So if that's something that you'd like to see in the future from me or just in general, let me know. I might upload that to the side channel. Who knows? Maybe I'll just keep this to gameplay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, I'm just going to go over like 10 or so cards that I think are cards you should be looking out for in the future of Edison format like paper markets. The first one is Dimensional Alchemist. So Dimensional Alchemist, if you don't know, is played in one of my favorite decks, Fairies. It's a 3 of in that deck. It's a really strong card. You can actually find it like with utility. That's not the right word. It has utility in a bunch of other strategies as well. You could play it in like dragons. You could play it in zombies. You could play it in, honestly, any sort of chaos strategy. It's a pretty solid card. The effect is very strong. It lets you recycle banished monsters in a way that no other card really does. It's very unique. Now, it's also a good card because you can play it in Speed Duel. So I think the Speed Duel print itself, while it is the newest print of the card, I think it has the highest upside because you can play it not only in your sort of OTS Time Wizard events, you can also play it in Speed Duel events, and I think Speed Duels is very fun. So if Dimensional Alchemist is a card you want to play in Speed Duels, it just gives you that extra little value that you can play it in multiple different side events if you buy the Speed Duel one. So that's the one I'm looking out for. Obviously, the original print and the gold print are very chase cards for the people who are looking for them. I heard from a vendor at YCS LA that these are one of the first cards that get sold out every single time they set up their stand. So something to think about, Dimensional Alchemist. Next card along those lines is actually the secret rare Speed Duel DD Warrior Lady. Same thing, you get a little bit of extra value when you buy this because you can play it in Speed Duel as well, so that's just like added value. And this card, man, I cannot say enough about this card. This is probably one of the best monsters in Edison format. You can already see it trending up in price here with their little market thing that you can watch over the last month or so. This is probably the sickest looking rarity that's come out in a while for this card. The secret rare looks very nice, and the Speed Duel secrets are particularly sparkly. So if you do like them, this is a great card to look out for. You might want to have a couple copies of this for your sideboard, for your main board, a lot of different decks, Machina, Dragons, Fairies, even like Lightsworn is starting to play it, Blackwing starting to play it, Vayu can even play it. You can just throw this card in any deck. It's pretty much Caius that doesn't take a tribute. It's a really, really strong card. So definitely something to look out for, particularly the Speed Duel secret rares. Next card I want to look at is one of more high-end cards. This is a ultimate rare Stardust Dragon. I was looking at this before the YCS. There were a few light played first edition that I was considering buying. If you look at the sales history here, they sold for around a little under $200. Now you can see that even the cheapest light play first edition is being sold for around $500. So this is something that I don't know if it's going to be able to hold this price, if that's like a buyout, or if there's actual genuine demand for an ultimate rare first edition Stardust that's like had a little bit of wear. I don't know. If you have a first edition one that's light played, hit me up, and you're not selling it for $500, I'm kind of interested. So hit me up in the DMs. Definitely something I'm looking out for. I hope that this card goes down a little bit. It probably won't, sadly, because it's motherfucking Stardust Dragon, let's be real, but I wish it would. I wish it would, because I do want to have a nice Stardust Dragon. It's one of the cards I've always wanted to own, never owned. Next card I want to talk about is Super Nimble Mega Hamster. This is, again, one of those cards that was quote-unquote selling like hotcakes at the YCS. Just about every single vendor was buying these at straight up 90% price. This is like one of those cards that they could not even hold on to if they tried. This is probably one of the first cards that people buy when they're getting into the format. And as of right now, Edison is growing. So more and more people are getting into the format. More and more people need Super Nimble Mega Hamsters. Even unlimited super rare copies are going for, I'd say around like $10. So yeah, it's a good card to have. If you don't already have them, pick them up. And if you do already have them, maybe get an extra set. Hold on to them, because this is one of those cards that could definitely be worth a little bit more if the format continues to grow at the rate that it's been consistently growing over the last 2 years. Next card I want to talk about, Caius. Similar thing to Hamster. Basically, they were selling like hotcakes at the YCS, and I just wanted to say, like, if you don't already have your set of Caius or whatever, or if you need an extra set of Caius, go ahead and just pick one up, even if it is like one of the common ones that just got printed or the rare one from the battle pack. Just having your set of them for like $6-7 is, you're going to get use out of Caius. It's going to be played in a bunch of different decks, similar to DD Warrior Lady, etc. Next card, Archlord Christia. The Fairy Sworn decks are picking up in popularity. This card only has 4 printings. One of them is the highly valued Secret Rare printing. I think Secret Rare first editions were selling for about $450, $500 at the YCS. So if you're looking to unload your first edition copies, just keep in mind that's roughly what people are buying them for, is $450 to $500 US. And yeah, that's just pretty much it. That's probably the peak the card will be at. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe it'll come down because I don't know. Who knows how these things work? I'm not a market expert. I'm not someone who can tell you exactly how much the high-end stuff is worth. I can, however, tell you that these low-end Christias are going to go up. The Christia Sworn deck is very popular. The Fairy deck is very popular. I'm in part to blame for that, but a lot of people want to play the deck, and Christia is very busted. There are even people experimenting with Christia in different decks as well, so definitely a strong boss monster, probably one of the strongest boss monsters. And unlike something like Dark Arm Dragon or Judgment Dragon, where it's like kind of limited to like 1 copy or 2 copies in a deck, you need the full 3 to play them in at least the Christia Sworn deck. So yeah, most people will be buying 3 copies, which means the demand is at least, 50% higher than something like JD or whatever. Yeah, so definitely a card to look out for. I could see the commons hitting like $3 by the end of this quarter, I think. I could see that happening. Next card, Avenging Knight Parshath. This is a card, if you're from Konami, needs a reprint. It's just a card that the common is going for $15. That's a little bit ridiculous. Even the secret rare, it's like kind of weird that the common's going for $15 and then you can buy the secret rare for $24. It's like, why would you ever buy the common when you could buy the secret rare? The secret rare looks infinitely better. This is just one of those cards that you play in fairies sometimes. You don't even have to play it in fairies, but the fact that it hasn't seen a reprint is kind of wild because the Parshath cards are pretty cool and they have a lot of opportunities for reprints. I feel like you could throw these into like fairy stuff, you could throw these into like a speed duel box or whatever. It wouldn't really alter the set too much, but it would help a lot with the Edison affordability of this card. Next card, Thought Ruler Archfiend. This is one of those cards that I thought would be more expensive. The ultimate rare is actually pretty cheap. One of the vendors, I gotta shout out my boy Dallas from the side deck, he pointed this out to me. He was like, yeah, the ultimate rare Thought Ruler Archfiends go for like $20, which is insane. What the hell? Like, that's the highest rarity of a card that's played in almost every single extra deck in Edison format. How is it so cheap when you have cards like Avenging Knight Parshath that are like $25? That doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not trying to trigger a buyout, but if you wanted a nice Thought Ruler Archfiend, right now would be the time to pick one up. Yeah, I do personally prefer the dual terminal rarity one. I think that one is the nicest looking one. I don't own either. Well, I do own an ultimate one, but I don't own the dual terminal one as of right now. I do think the Duelist League promo ones also look quite good, but yeah, the ultimate rare ones, quite affordable for what they are. Next card, another ultimate rare that I think is actually surprisingly affordable is Future Fusion. First edition Near Mint Future Fusions are going for about $130 to $145 on TCG Player. Now, I know that may seem like a lot, but this is like the best spell card in the format. And it's played in Dragons, played in Hero decks, and those are 2 of the most popular decks. Like, legit, like Hero decks, people love them, and this card is played in it. Like, this is the premier card in the Hero deck. You reveal Absolute Zero, you get to send 2 things. And this is by and far the highest rarity of this card that you can play. So, $150 one-time purchase on something like this, I actually don't think is that expensive, comparable to like some other ultimates that are in the format that are ridiculously priced. Like, for example, this card is less expensive than like an ultimate rare first edition Lightning Vortex, which doesn't see that much play, or ultimate rare first edition Deck Devastation Virus, which again, it's much more limited in the decks that it's played in, and it doesn't have the same sort of effect on the format as Future Fusion does. So this is definitely something to look into. Of course, it is limited. You do really only need one of these cards, but it looks amazing. I think 150 is a little bit disrespectful, if I'm going to be real. A little bit disrespectful. Okay, next card, Blackwing Armor Master. This card desperately needs a low rarity reprint. We did just get a high rarity reprint in the Starlight Rare, and while I do really appreciate the Starlight Rare Blackwing Armor Master, I think it looks fantastic. It's one of the nicest looking Starlight Rares they've ever printed by far. I think that it would have been nice if we had gotten like a super rare or even a common in like an Astral Pack or something. Maybe Astral Pack, OTS Tournament Pack. Wrong word. Yeah, there. It just would have made it a little bit more affordable. The cheapest is like about $15 right now, which this card sees a lot of play, right? It's in Blackwings and Value Turbo decks, which are some of the most popular decks. And then any deck that plays Gale is basically going to extra deck an Armor Master. It's kind of an added tax to your deck if you want to play Gale, which is a little bit unfortunate. I wish that they would have reprinted it at a low rarity as well as this Chase Starlight Rare as well. Even something like a new print Secret Rare would have been kind of cool too, or a Collector's Rare or something. I don't know. Just another reprint of this card would be nice to help control the prices of it. I think that'd be kind of nice. And then another thing that's kind of interesting is that the Ultimate Rare is like not that much more expensive than like the Secret Rare. So it's like, why would you not just buy the Ultimate Rare? maybe I don't fucking know. Next card, Kalut the Moonshadow. I had mentioned these in a previous market watch. I just wanted to do a brief follow-up on this. This card has done nothing but go up. It's now at around $16 to $20 for a near mint copy, which is really nice. If you had bought them at the time that I had mentioned the previous market watch, you'd be up a decent amount. I think that was like a few months ago. You'd be up like double your money, which is pretty solid. Again, I think this is definitely one of those cards that's like Blackwing Sirocco, the Turbo Pack one. Yeah, I get it. It was printed more, whatever. This could definitely hit the same prices as that because it's a chase rarity, basically. It's a tournament pack foil of Blackwing Kalut, which is obviously a 3 of in the Blackwing decks. Something to keep an eye out for. I don't think 20 is near the card's peak. I think it could definitely see a higher peak than $20. I think it could easily hit like $30 to $40 a piece, and that wouldn't be totally unsurprising. And the last card I want to talk about is not one card. It's actually the brand new Speed Duel GX Duelist of Shadows set. This has a couple of cards that I want to maybe revisit in the future. The first one is the Secret Rare DD Crow. I think it looks fantastic. DD Crow is a side deck staple or pseudo staple in Edison format. It's definitely one of those cards that you kind of need to have if you want to play the format. Like, there are some decks that don't need to play it, but for the most part, it's good to have like a set of them. And the secrets just look phenomenal, especially if you like Secret Rare like I do. The Allure of Darkness Secret Rare, I love the rarity on this Allure of Darkness. I don't know if you guys have seen images of it. There's no image on TCG Player quite yet, but eventually there should be. It looks fantastic. I think those two cards are two cards to look out for. And then, of course, the Common Totem Dragon. It's about $2 right now for a Common Totem Dragon, which is so much more reasonable than where the Super was at just a month ago. But yeah, this is definitely one of those cards that, like, if the demand starts to go up for whatever reason, if people start to realize Dragon's best deck, for example, this card might start to see some little bumps. However, it's still a little early to tell because this set just came out. It's going to be circulating a ton, so it may or may not stay around $2 or go up. Hard to say for sure. The DD Crow and the Allure of Darkness, definitely want to keep a watchful eye on these, as well as that DD Warrior Lady from the Speed Duels. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the market watch. Let's go ahead and just get into the deck that I want to play today, which is this deck. It is the Norlaris Dark Grepher Dragon deck, sometimes historically referred to as Dark Dragons, Hopeless Dragons, that kind of thing. This is a deck that I have found to be incredibly high rolly, incredibly sacky, and sometimes really fun. So that's why we're going to play it today. The whole point of the deck is you get Norlaris in the graveyard, or you get the Dark Creator in the graveyard, and then you copy it with Phantom of Chaos. This card is very strong. It does get absolutely body bagged by that DD Crow that we just were talking about. So hopefully people are not citing their DD Crows tonight, and we're going to get into some matches. In the sideboard, I do want to talk about one thing before we find a match. I have triple Infernal Dragon, triple Deck Devastation Virus. Infernal Dragon is a card that I have been thinking about for a very long time. It's incredibly powerful when you're loading up some viruses to back it up. It's also a normal summon that you can banish for red med. It's a dark monster you can banish to Allure. It's a dark monster that you can send with Future Fusion to set up for Dark Creator or Dark Dragon. It's just a really interesting card that doesn't see any play for some reason. Now, it's not an amazing card, which is probably why it doesn't see that much play, but I'm surprised there isn't someone who hasn't tried to utilize this card at least a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and try and host for a match. I don't know if you guys like that Market Watch stuff. I do try to keep a little bit of an eye on it. I'm not the best at, like, memorizing prices. Like, you'll never catch me on a Ruxin video getting exposed or whatever, but yeah, I do try to, like, stay in touch with, like, some of the prices, because if some of the prices are doing some stuff, then like that means the format is either in flux, like going up or going down or whatever. Like if I notice that like something like Super Nimble Mega Hamster is like bubbling, that probably means the format is not in a healthy place and I need to adjust, as you guys can tell. Yeah, this opening hand, we can't really tell if it's good or bad quite yet, but I do think that this opening hand has potential to be pretty bad. We're going to start off with both Upstart Goblins. I just want to have maximum info before I decide to allure away. Oh, didn't draw for turn. Oh, do that. Yeah, what? Why didn't you draw for turn? What the heck? Maybe they meant to and forgot or something. Sorry. Catch that. Okay. They'll gain 1,000. Cool. Card destruction's interesting. I'm still just going to upstart first. Now, trading is pretty good. We could allure first to try and hit Norlaris. I think that's a better plan? I don't know. We'll see. Let's allure first. Oh my god. This hand went from like bad to fucking insane. Like this hand went from bad to immediately winning the game. I think we just banish Dark Horus. We start off with the obvious Future Fusion. We're not even going to trade in here. We're probably going to card destruction away the trade in. But yeah, we're going to Future Fusion, reveal 5 God Dragon. Of course, you got to reveal this guy. We're going to send 5 Darks straight up. And we are going to special summon the Dark Creator. So we're going to 1 Dark Horus, 2 Dark Horse. Thankfully, we didn't draw any of our red meds or anything because this would have not made this play legal. So we're going to send these 5. We're going to special summon the Dark Creator. Activate the effect, banish the Dark Horse, special summon the red med. It's possible we should have banished one of the red meds, but I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. I'm gonna red med out Dark Horus, and then I think I'm gonna card destruction actually now. So that's the move. Card destruction, discard our hand, and yeah, they're gonna admit defeat. Fuck yeah, man. Okay, so we had a pretty solid start that game. I'd say like that was like the best possible for first turn kill. I mean, that's doesn't get much better than that, does it? However, we are going in the dark. It's possible that they are playing like some type of Lightsworn deck, some type of Christia deck. I could see something like that happening. With just a set monster, a lone set monster, it makes me a little bit curious to bring in the Dragos preemptively. Going second Goldstark is a little bit of a worse card. Card destruction, obviously they conceded when seeing it, so potentially they are not about that graveyard activation life. So I'm not going to side out the card destruction as I normally do. I am going to side out Giant Trunade as well as the 2 Goldstarks. I'm going to board out 1 of the Aquakimera Dragos. I'm going to board in the Trap Dust Shoot maybe. I don't know, I'm just going to go double Drago and a Trap Dust Shoot. We're going to try this. It could be bad. It could be good. I don't fucking know. Opponent set a monster and then conceded. I am trying to think what deck would do that, and it'd probably be like Christia Sworn, and their set monster was like Plague or something. Like, that's the only thing I could think of, really. Otherwise, or a Lightsworn deck, and they were bricked. Okay, here's a back row. That's ugly, but we do have Heavy Storm, so I'm not like super hurt about that. I'm not super crying about that. We could Norlaris turn 1. Oh, it's Black Wings. Okay. That changes things. Well, let's trade in. What did they set, though? They set a card? Now, I'm not upset that I have the Drago. Yeah, I'm not upset that I have the Drago here. I think I'm just going to try to shove the Drago. I think we can get more value out of our nuke when we go for it. And I do want to find a Wyvern before I go for it. He might have a bottomless here for me, but that's okay. Like, that's chill. Let's go ahead and try to run over this Bora. That's very nice for us. That's very nice. And phase, we're going to reveal the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. If he has Sirocco, or if they have Sirocco, they can run over the Drago. But that's totally fine. They can't Blizzy me here because we have Drago locking things up. They can't special summon any crazy shit like normal Sirocco Special Gale, normal Shura Special Gale, that type of stuff. They have to just normal summon one monster before going to the battle phase. Yeah, there's that Sirocco. That's fine. This is kind of what we were expecting. We're going to take that 100. It's okay. We still have the Norlaris button at any point. I think maybe waiting is not the ideal situation for us. Dueling Book is lagging, but yeah, here we are. Main 2 sets another back row. Beautiful. We might get more equity out of this Heavy Storm now as a result. Cold Wave, even better, because that doesn't walk into road. Okay. So, couple of options, all of which are bad. I'm just going to go for the passing of the turn and hope we don't die. That's terrible. I shouldn't do that. I'm just going to Cold Wave. I'm just going to try to Cold Wave and see what they do. Okay. Cool. So we'll pitch Red Med to Special Grepher. Activate the effect. Pitch Monk. Send Norlaris. If I get DD Crowed, I get DD Crowed. That's such is life. Activate target Norlaris. Banish it. And then I will pay 1,000. And this will send everything. And he's locked under Cold Wave, as are us. Bottomless and Icarus. And we get to draw one card. Dark Horus. Lovely. Just pass the turn. So, yeah, I mean, interesting that they set a monster. Must have been Vayu, turn 1. They must have had a weird hand and just recognized that they were going to die. Yeah, I can't set because of Cold Wave. Yep. All right, let's give them 1,000, see what we can draw. Hopefully it's something good. That's okay. That's okay. Now, I'd love to hit another Phantom or a Dark Creator, so that's 4 draws. A trade-in, not too bad, so 6 draws that are not bad. Wyvern, making 9 draws that are not bad. About a third of our deck is pretty good here to pick up. Drago also isn't even really that bad, so yeah, we're actually just like kind of chilling. They do have a back row for us. Allure of Darkness, I'll take a redraw. So we're going to draw 2. I will banish Norlaris. I don't think we're going to need another Norlaris activation, and I don't even think we're going to get a chance to go for that, and I'll just pass. If his back row's Dust Shoot, that sucks. We're going to get Dust Shooted next turn. There's nothing we can do about that, but otherwise, pretty chilling. Hopefully he has a monster to attack me with because I have a Gores. Wow, thank goodness. Okay. No, this is just like best case scenario for us because now we can't get Dust Shooted and we get to stick an insane Gores. All right, draw for turn is the Dark Creator. Holy fuck, that is insane. Okay, we're just going to go for some big beats here. I'm going to attack with the Gores. Hopefully deal 900. Nice, beautiful. And then 1,800 with the token directly. Very, very, very nice for us. Now I'm just thinking if I want a Red Med here. I don't think I do, but nah, I don't want to lose my board to a Royal Oppression. There's a very good chance his back row's Royal Oppression. Because it didn't get used on the Gore's attack. It could be another Bottomless, but yeah, it's either Royal Oppression or Trap Dust Shoot, or Starlight Road, or Book of Moon, or there are a lot of things it could be. Well, let's play into it. Let's proc it. Let's normal summon Red Eyes Wyvern. Hopefully this just works. Bottomless. Okay, it was Bottomless. All right. Battle phase. We'll attack. 1,800. No Mirror Force. Actually, Mirror Force would be fine. We have the Dark Creator. And then 2,700 directly. This is not a great situation if they find specifically Blizzy, but we have they have 1 turn, really, to top deck, and 1 Blizzy's already gone, so not too worried. GG's. That's how it's done, folks. That's how it's done. Well played. Man, this deck is sweet. I actually have been considering building this deck in paper because I have some of the cards for it, and it's not a very skill-intensive deck. I'll say that. I don't think we really thought too much that match, besides during the sideboarding portion. But there was a comment left on a recent video, because I had asked you guys which video I should build in paper next. There was a comment left by Nimnim where he was like, build the deck that the artwork makes you the happiest or whatever, like the artwork you like the most. And I've always loved the way the creator looks. Not just the dark creator, but the creator. It's like one of my favorite card arts. He just looks like a total boss, dude. He's got lightning coming out of his fucking fingertips, dude. He's got wings for some reason because flying. He just looks like a Giga Chad, dude. Yeah, I've always loved the way this card looks, especially in the secret rare. So, yeah, this might be the next deck I build in paper. We'll see, though. We'll see, because this deck is quite pricey. We've got Dark Refers, which can run a pretty penny. We've got the Dark Creator, which can run a pretty penny. So, of course, we'll see. We'll see. But this is definitely something I'm considering building in person. I like this. I like the aesthetic of this deck. Maybe it's not the most fun deck to play against. I understand. Maybe it's not the most skill-intensive deck, but I think it's a good time. We managed to dodge DD Crow that game. Opponent had Heavy Storm in. I'm interested as to why he left it in. Maybe he just didn't have enough cards to bring in. Maybe he was scared of Royal Decree. I don't know. I wasn't going to board in Royal Decree against someone who didn't set any trap cards game one, so I don't think there was really any reason for him to leave in Heavy Storm there at all whatsoever, but who knows. That Cold Wave was nasty. God, I miss playing Cold Wave. It's like one of my favorite cards. We're gonna be sitting here for a minute. It is kind of 5 a.m. Easter morning right now. So happy Easter if you celebrate it, and if not, happy Sunday, I suppose, if you believe in the weekdays. And if you don't believe in those, then I hope that this day brings you joy. Where the fuck is everyone? God. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna post in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, do that already. Or if you haven't joined the Discord already, do that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I can't speak. Anyone trying to play at Edison players? I'm about to tag 400 people. 5 a.m. Eastern morning. Oh my god. Hosting right now. This might be the most dead I've ever seen Dueling Book. Morning of a holiday. But everyone's hopefully with their family. I'd hope, you know. Maybe we could just do a bit of a deck discussion if we don't get an opponent in a few minutes. But yeah, no, it's been a great weekend. I got to see some old friends. I got to see some people that I used to play with back in the day. We actually got all together. Yesterday it was me, 10FD, Monster Gamer. Of course, you guys recognize those players, very powerful players. And then the homie Dallas, of course. And then a few other people. Oh, we got some more people. We got Happy Pills. Oh, Happy Pills is the homie, dude. We're going to play against Happy Pills. Good luck, have fun. Sick. Yeah, we got together and we just like round robin played a shitload of Edison and just threw back some beers and had a good night. It was a really wholesome moment. Something that rarely happens. This hand, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Maybe I'm considering my decision to build this deck in paper. Oh my god, I'm the GOAT. I'm such a fucking sack, dude. I'm so fucking lucky, dude. Okay, well. We're not playing poker. But I do have a full house here, as you can see. Fuck me, dude. What would fix this hand? Besides Future Fusion. It's literally trade into Future Fusion. It's the fucking only thing. No, this hand's pretty bad. This hand is pretty bad. Fuck. Alright. Oh, I should have Cold Wave first. Whatever. Time to beat down. Alright, battle phase. Red med attack. Let's see what it is. Raikou. Fuck. Okay. Mills 3. Yeah, I should have Cold Wave. Dude, what the fuck is this shit? Alright, this is cursed. I'm going to play against this garbage when I brick. Oh, I know what's happening already. His avatar is fire, by the way. The Dark Necrofear avatar is so sick. Double back row. Do I have any good cards that the Dark Rever can do anything with here? I can't speak straight. I want to be honest. I guess I can make Plague, Cold Wave, Ronic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. No, that works. Okay, Cold Wave now. What do you got to chain here? You don't got anything chainable. Solemn? No. That's insane. I don't believe that. Alright. Let's try. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. We'll just Dark Gruffer. Send Plague. Go for game. That was probably the best Cold Wave ever. It dealt 4,000 damage and killed a back row. That felt pretty fucking good. Plague. Do the top special. There's no way he has Gores. There's no way. I don't believe he has Gores. I don't believe he has the capacity for Gores. Alright, we're gonna Red Med now. Bring out Dark Horus. Dude, stop acting like you have Gores. I need you to stop acting like you have Gores. Please. No. No, 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 no. Yes. That's right. Okay, wow. We had one of the worst hands I've ever seen, and we made it happen. We made it work. That was fantastic and unbelievably lucky. Against whatever it is I'm playing against, I do want my deck devastation viruses, please, and thank you. I do want these. I don't think I really give a fuck about Giant Trunade, but maybe I do. I don't know. Normally, what I would do is just side all of this out. Because, like, these cards suck balls into DD Crow. Which is more or less what's going to happen to us this game. Is we're going to get crowed. But, I don't know. Like, Phantom's okay, right? It can be okay. It makes our deck dev a little bit better. Yeah, I think I'm just going to side out, like, all of this shit. I guess Monk can get us to a deck dev target. It's better than Gruffer. Or, like, Rhoda. Yes. Rhoda's good. It thins the deck. How does this look? Does this look bad? Maybe I should have a 4-star tuner for Monk. Something I thought about for sure. We might need a Drago, too. Yeah, Drago's not the worst. Whatever. Fuck it. We ball. I'm just going to get an OTK. He's not going to have Gores. That's it. I've run the numbers. I've calculated. Yeah, Norlaris against Drill Warrior is pretty embarrassingly bad. I think. I'm not sure, but it's probably bad. I don't fucking know. Okay, T-set. That's chill. We did not draw what we wanted to draw, so we're just going to pass. Next turn, we can, like, get cheeky. Why is Foolish Burial still in my deck? That's probably a mistake. What the fuck is this? I've never seen this card. It's special summon that monster. Oh, it's like a little Goyo Guardian. That's kind of good. Reptilian Skilla. PogChamp. Alright. Let's trade in. Okay. Gonna draw 2. Poggers. Oh, that's so good. That's so fucking good. Holy shit. This guy's dark. Interesting. Oh, Foolish Burial. That was not what I meant to play here. I meant to play Heavy Storm, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I am just going to gun it on everything, by the way. I'm just going to play all my cards. Offering to the Snake Deity. Summon. Banish. Special. Activate. Special out the Dark Horus. We're going to go for a nice little attack on the Reptilian Skilla for 1200 damage. We're not going to attack his set monster. I don't have to. I can just deck dev him. So we pass the turn. He draws for turn. We deck dev now. And we get to see what we're facing off against. I don't want the set monster to be a Raikou. That's why we deck dev now. Does it check face downs? Yes, it does. It does check face downs. So, yep, Reptilian Gardena. Okay, that's cool. So we got Raikou, Dandy, Raikou, Trag. They just have Gores, Gardena. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. So it's going to hit all of those. They're going to get 2 tokens, but that doesn't matter. Red Med plus Dark Horus will do the honors of ending this game. It hits Trag too. Yeah, So Gores, Gardner. 1 out of 3. Cool. Very nice. Oh my god, dude. That's so fucked. That's just so fucked, really, when you think about it. Alright. Bring out the Dark Horse battle phase. Attack the token. Attack the other token. Yeah. We got the sauce too with the Infernal Dragon in the deck dev. Okay, yeah, we just pass, and if this dies, then we can special Dark Arm 2 out of 3 for the virus. We check the card that's drawn. It is Evil Dragon. Gets discarded. Nice, cool. Very nice. For us, wow, 3rd Red Med, that's special. So we can go double tribute for Red Med, special summon Dark Arm Dragon. Basically just put him to 0 cards, more or less. If we wanted to do that, we could also just not do that. It's fucking... Yeah, I think I'm going to do it, though. I think I'm just going to double tribute for Red Med. Special summon out Dark Armed. Activate Red Med. Bring out the Dark Horse. I just want to be in, like, the nicest spot possible. We can banish the Red Med to pop his monster, which I'm going to do. Banish the Red Med, destroy his monster. He can search his deck now, but who cares, really? We're just going to go for the 3,000. He's going to drop Gores. I mean, yeah, he pretty much has to drop Gores. We'll run over the Gores, and then we'll blow up the Gores with the Dark Arm Dragon. There's the Gores. We'll attack over the Gores with the Red Med. Main phase 2. Dark Armed, pop the guy, and pass. So, yeah, sitting pretty here. 3 out of 3 virus. Call the Haunted. So he's got Call, plus he's got Gardna. That's not going to be enough to do it here. Yeah, pretty much just win through anything. So, yeah, good shit. Just go battle phase. Attacks. Attack with Dark Armed. Gardna dies. You can bring back something with Call, but you're doing it at a deficit. You can search for that? Oh, that's kind of cool. Whatever. We'll go 2,800. He has to call Gores to survive. Yep. Dandelion. Sure. Whatever. I'll attack over that. So that's 2,500. Get 2 tokens. I can attack over one of them. That's another thing you can call to survive there. Main phase 2. Do I want to upstart? Sure, I could grab another deck dev. That's why we want to upstart here. Oh, Dark Horse. That's kind of good. You know, I'm gonna put that into play. I haven't used this Red Med this turn, so yeah, I'm gonna just special summon this and pass the turn. We could hold it in case of trade-in, but I think just putting more threats is good. Debris Dragon is annoying. This does nothing. You have to hit Dandelion, and even that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Plague doesn't get you to 7 stars here, so you're just dead, unfortunately. Yeah, good shit. GG's. Well played to the opponent. I guess you could crash, hope to find something. Not good enough. Yeah, you could crash with the Card Trooper. Take 900, maybe hope to find Mirror Force? I'm not really sure what you could find. GG's. GG's. Well played. Yeah, that was a close match. And that's going to do it for this video. I love this deck. I think it's super cool. Do I think it's like one of the most skill-intensive decks? Probably not, but I think it's a really fun deck, and I think you can get a lot of people pretty riled up with it, to say the least. Happy Easter, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next vid. Smash like, subscribe. Peace out.